channel. Today I'm going to show you some exercises that will help you build up the core strength to better your handstand. So I'm going to start with a warm-up by just rolling up my wrist and making sure they are nice and warm. Next, I'm going to place my palms on the ground and I'm just going to rock around in small circles. And reverse. After that, I'm going to flip my wrist under and just gently pull back. And then I'm going to flip them the other way and gently pull back as well. And just shake them out. Now that your wrists are all warm, we're going to move into some exercises. To start off, you're going to go ahead and place your hands on the ground and walk back into a down dog and then walk back up to your hands. This requires a little bit of flexibility, but if you go ahead and do this exercise, you'll be stretching and working out at the same time. Next, I'm going to place my hands on the ground and I'm going to lift one foot up at a time, flexing the foot. Lift it as high as you can, alternating feet. And once you finish that, you're just going to go ahead and hold for a few seconds and then place the foot back down. Next, you're going to rock up to your tippy toes and gently push off your toes, getting a little lift off the ground. This doesn't have to be a big movement, but this is going to help you with your lower ab control. So go ahead and squeeze in those abs really tight, go up to the tippy toes and push. We're going to do it one more time, but this time you're going to just try to really tighten the abs in the core and slow your descent. This takes a little bit of practice, but once you get it, you can eventually really slow your descent down to the ground. All right, moving on, we're going to go ahead and lay on our backs on the floor, and this is going to be a core exercise. So you're going to lift your feet and your arms off the ground, pushing your lower back into the floor, and we're just going to hold. And release. And we're going to go back up, really tighten those abs. And back down. We're going to do one more. And release back down. Next exercise we're going to do, you're going to roll over onto your stomach, placing your elbows on the ground. You're going to lift one foot at a time, keeping your core really tight. And switch feet. And placing your head on the ground and elbows by your head, you're going to go ahead and walk your feet up to your head and then back down. This is similar to the movement we did in the beginning, except for this time your head is on the ground as well as your elbows. Again, this requires a little bit of flexibility, but doing these exercises will also help you achieve that as well. Next, you're just going to lift your toes off the ground into a headstand and lower back down. This movement is a little bit more advanced, but you can build your way up to this, and this will really help you achieve those press handstands. All right, next movement we're going to do is hands on the ground. You're going to jump off your toes, bending your knees and pushing with your legs. You're going to do this with a little bit of control, so if you can, go ahead and squeeze your core tight once you get to the top and see if you can hold. Next movement, we're going to start in a lunge, arms up, and this is a teeter-totter. So what you're going to do is when your arms go down, your leg is going to come up and vice versa. So arms down, leg up. And the next step to this movement, you're going to place arms down, leg comes up, and you're going to push with that leg that's on the ground and kick off the ground. Try to do this movement as slow and controlled as possible. You don't really need a lot of power. Your goal is not to go over your hands, but simply just to get your feet off the ground. The slower you do it, the more control, the more you're working your core, and see if you can pause it at the top. Once you do this a few times, you'll be ready to practice kicking up into your handstand. So same movement, push off the ground, slow and controlled, and bring your legs up together, and then holding your core in really tight, pushing your arms away from the ground. You're going to go into your handstand. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this little handstand core strength tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please let me know if you like this video and you want to see more little mini tutorials. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.